Hi and welcome back to another episode of World with Wife. Today, we're going to take you on a festive journey through this beautiful town as it prepares for Christmas. So welcome to Denia, a charming coastal town nestled on the eastern shores of Spain. Join us as we embark on a Christmas Eve walkabout through the streets of this enchanting destination. We reached Denia by driving from Marina. We featured Marina in our previous episode, and in case you missed it, I will leave a link to it in the description below. The drive from Marina to Denia took less than 3 hours, and it offered a picturesque journey through the Spanish countryside, showcasing the diverse landscapes of the region. We were hungry after such a drive. Therefore our first stop was to grab lunch. After all, Denia boasts a rich and diverse food culture, influenced by its coastal location, fertile lands, and vibrant culinary traditions. Despite the lunch crowd on a Christmas Eve, we managed to find a very private corner at one of the most famous seafood restaurants in Denia. Fernando was founded in 1974, and has since then managed to position itself as a benchmark for Mediterranean cuisine in town. We ordered a traditional Spanish dish, originating from Denia. It was a special rice stew, containing dried octopus and Denia crayfish. And it was a delight. The dish was aromatic, seasoned with a blend of spices, and saffron, which gives it a distinctive golden hue. After a very satisfying lunch, we decided to walk to the beach, which was located just next to the restaurant. We were stuffed, and we need to walk for a bit. Tonight we were going to have another sumptuous Christmas Eve dinner, and we tried to keep our stomach light for this. However, the food here was just irresistible. If I am not wrong, where we are now is part of Les Marines Beach. We are also just a short distance from the ferry terminal, but more about this later during the video. This beach stretches for approximately 2 kilometers along the coastline, offering plenty of space to spread out and enjoy the sun and sea. It also features fine golden sand and gentle slopes into the sea, making it ideal for families with children and those who enjoy swimming. The waters here are generally calm and clear. On that day, we could see plenty of caravans parked along the beach. Leaving the beach, we walked towards the ferry terminal and the Marina of Denia. These two landmarks are situated in the heart of Denia, adjacent to the town center and within walking distance of popular attractions. The marina provides mooring and berthing spaces for boats and yachts of various sizes, with options for short-term and long-term stays. It is also home to a vibrant dining and entertainment scene, with a selection of waterfront restaurants, cafes, and bars offering a diverse range of cuisines and atmospheres, including al fresco dining, while overlooking the marina and watching the boats come and go. Across the marina is the town center of Denia. This is a historic and charming old town, featuring narrow cobblestone streets, whitewashed buildings adorned with colorful flower pots, arts displays and historical landmarks dating back to Roman and Moorish times. We took a small alley that led us away from the marina, going through the Mariana Pineda Square. The square is named after a Spanish heroine and symbol of liberty and democracy. Mariana Pineda was executed in 1831 for her involvement in liberal activities during the absolutist rule of Ferdinand VII. The square serves as a tribute to her legacy and the ideals she represented. In everyday life context, the square is a gathering place for locals to socialize, relax, and enjoy the ambience of the old town. To be frank, we expected it to be more crowded. Could it be due to the fact that today was a special day? That is why most of the town folks were celebrating Christmas Eve, with their families, at home. At the far end of the square is another road that would bring us towards the old town as well as the castle of Denia. Let us take a walk there and allow me to share with you some more details about this town. On the right side, you are able to see the walls of the castle of Denia. The history of Denia is rich and multifaceted, shaped by its strategic location on the Mediterranean coast of Spain and its long and diverse cultural heritage. The town's history dates back thousands of years, with various civilizations leaving their mark on the region. Phoenicians, Greeks, and Carthaginians established settlements in the area, drawn by its natural harbor and strategic position along maritime trade routes. We were now heading towards the old town, by walking along the walls of the castle. One thing that is very prominent along almost every corner of this town, is the lively street art scene that adds color, character, and creativity to its urban landscape. Denia is home to numerous murals and graffiti artworks scattered throughout the town. These murals often feature vibrant colors, intricate designs, and thought-provoking themes, ranging from abstract patterns to realistic portraits and landscapes. Many of these artworks are created by local and international artists who contribute to Denia's street art culture. This big hole that seemed to have been dug through the mountain is in fact known as the Castle Tunnel. It is an underground passageway, serving as a connection between the historic castle of Denia and the town center, providing a convenient route for pedestrians to access the castle. The tunnel is situated within the historic old town of Denia, near the base of the castle. The tunnel itself is a relatively simple structure, constructed of stone and reinforced with arches and buttresses. It blends seamlessly into the historic surroundings of the old town, maintaining the architectural character of the area. The tunnel provided a sense of anticipation as we approached the end, heightening the experience of exploring this iconic landmark and wondering what would be awaiting us at the exit. And as we exited, we were greeted by charming buildings and a lively ambience. We were now at what is known as the Council Square, which is located in the heart of Denia Old Town. There was a gigantic Christmas tree, although it was not lit. The central location of the square definitely makes it a hub of activity and a focal point for locals and visitors alike. As its name suggests, the square served as a venue for municipal meetings and council gatherings, where important decisions regarding the governance of the town were made. From the square, we turned right and walked in the direction of the town hall, which is also located next to the Church of the Assumption. This church is a fine example of Baroque architecture, with a facade adorned with intricate details and decorative elements. The church's exterior features ornate carvings, pilasters, and statues, typical of the Baroque style. The facade is dominated by a large central window and a bell tower with a clock. Leaving the church, we continued our walk along Calle Loreto, a picturesque street lined with quaint shops, art galleries, and traditional houses. Calle Loreto is known for its charming ambience and pedestrian-friendly layout, making it a pleasant street to explore on foot. I was trying to hurry my husband along. I wanted to reach the castle before it closes for the day. However, he was walking at a very slow pace, taking videos and photos of the surrounding. And the worst thing was, it appears that we were walking further and further away from the castle. So I took over and led the way, following the directions from my Google map. And I kept asking him to hurry up. Soon, we came across a small alley that was straight out of a fairy tale. Calle Sant Francesc or Sant Francesc Street is located in the heart of the historic town. And this part of town had charming architecture, and the buildings along this street filled the atmosphere with a very romantic vibe. I was in a hurry to reach the castle. However, another more burning desire settled in. We really needed to stop here and make some photos for Instagram. There was something about this alley that was whispering this into my ears. Just take a look at this blue building, with a bougainvillea tree painted right on its walls. This was a perfect spot for a photograph. And just like that, the urge to reach the castle had vanished. The entrance to the castle was just around the corner ahead. This corner, interestingly, is called as Kiss Me in this corner. Talk about a cliché. From there, we could admire the walls that protected the surrounding of the castle. They were tall and imposing, and they were bathed with the golden light of the setting sun. However, the gate was locked. The castle was closed. And not because we reached there late, but simply because today was Christmas Eve, and the castle is not open to the public on that particular day. So we walked back, but we were treated to one of the most delicious setting for photography, as the sun dipped lower and lower in the sky. The entire alley and the houses along it glow with a special golden light. As the sun began its descent towards the horizon, the sky transformed into a canvas of vibrant hues, painting streaks dusky pink and soft lavender against the backdrop of wispy clouds. The narrow alley, flanked by centuries-old stone buildings, with some of them adorned with intricate wrought iron balconies, took on an ethereal quality as the fading light bathed it in a warm, golden glow. Shadows lengthened, casting elongated silhouettes of ancient doorways and arches onto the worn pavement. On our right was the Church of Our Lady of Loreto. At the time the church was inaugurated, Denia was still a marquisate. The convent was inaugurated in the presence of King Felipe III, the Duke of Lerma, prominent personalities of the high nobility, clergy, etc. As we wandered the alleys of the old town, it is perhaps a good opportunity to tell you a bit more about Denia. Like much of Spain, Denia came under Islamic rule during the early Middle Ages. It became part of the Emirate of Córdoba in the 8th century and later the Taifa of Denia, an independent Muslim kingdom. During this time, Denia thrived as a center of trade and culture, with influences from Islamic, Jewish, and Christian communities. Denia was reconquered by Christian forces in the 13th century during the Reconquista, a centuries-long campaign to reclaim the Iberian Peninsula from Muslim rule. It subsequently became part of the Kingdom of Valencia. We were now back at the Church of the Assumption of Denia. Nearby was the Town Hall of Denia, and it stands as a symbol of civic pride and governance in this charming coastal town. The town hall building showcases traditional Spanish architecture with its elegant facade and ornate detailing. Serving as the administrative hub for local government affairs, the town hall welcomes visitors to admire its architectural beauty and offers a glimpse into the town's civic life. Construction started in 1743 and ended in 1748. The church, however, was completed later in the same century, boasting an impressive facade, with intricate stone carvings and a majestic bell tower that offers panoramic views of the surrounding area. Inside, visitors are greeted by a serene atmosphere and beautiful religious artwork, including impressive altarpieces and ornate stained glass windows. It was also closed on this Christmas Eve, therefore we could not show you the interior. But whether admiring its architectural grandeur from the outside or exploring its tranquil interior, a visit to this church is a must-see experience for anyone exploring the cultural treasures of Denia. We were at the back of the Consell Square, located right behind the church and just next to the castle tunnel. It is also where the tourist office was located. During the medieval period, Denia experienced a period of prosperity as a maritime trading center. It was a base for Mediterranean commerce and a key point of contact between Christian and Muslim territories. However, it faced attacks from pirates and rival kingdoms, including periods of occupation by the French and the English. In the 19th and 20th centuries, Denia underwent significant changes with the growth of its tourism industry and the development of its port facilities. Today, it is known for its beaches, historic sites, and vibrant culture. Throughout its history, Denia has been shaped by its diverse cultural influences, including those of the Iberians, Romans, Muslims, and Christians. This rich heritage is reflected in its architecture, cuisine, and traditions, making Denia a fascinating destination. Let us keep walking around and enjoy more of what this beautiful town had to offer. And as day slowly turned into night, the streets started to get busier. Crowds of people started to gather around for a drink and for dinner. We were now at one of Denia's main thoroughfares, known as Marqués de Campo Street. This bustling street is lined with shops, restaurants, cafes, and historic buildings. And we were at one end of the street, where every year, between March the 17th and 19th, the Fallus de Denia takes place. This particular spot is known as the Falla Centro, recognized for its impressive and intricate Falla monument, which is typically constructed over several weeks leading up to the festival. The monument often features satirical or humorous scenes, as well as representations of cultural or political themes. Once completed, the Falla monument stands as a centerpiece of the festival, serving as a focal point for celebrations, performances, and other activities throughout the duration of the event. At the conclusion of the festival, the Falla monuments are ceremoniously set on fire in a spectacular display. If you are keen to know more about the Falla, I will leave a link in the description below. This street also serves as a hub of activity, with a diverse range of boutiques offering fashion, accessories, and souvenirs, as well as specialty stores showcasing local crafts and products. And it was transformed into a festive wonderland adorned with enchanting decorations and twinkling lights for Christmas celebrations. In addition to the dazzling light displays, many of the shops and businesses along the street join in the festive spirit by decorating their storefronts with holiday-themed decorations and window displays. From traditional Christmas wreaths to whimsical snowflake designs, each display adds to the street's festive charm and invites passers-by to stop and admire the seasonal decor. And the giant Christmas tree was now lit. The countdown to Christmas has begun officially. We were just a mere few hours away from midnight. But first, let us continue our tour of Denia. We have more to see. And stick around, as we are going to have one of the most sumptuous Christmas Eve dinner ever. All the bars and pubs of town were opened, ready to welcome the party-goers for the Christmas celebration. The vibe and the ambience in Denia is completely different from other parts of Europe. Spain has a different cultural approach to Christmas compared to France and Switzerland. In Spain, Christmas Eve, known as Nochebuena, is a significant holiday traditionally celebrated with family gatherings, feasting, and often attending midnight mass. The Nochebuena is one of the most important days of the Christmas season in Spain. Families gather for a festive dinner on the evening of December 24th, often featuring traditional dishes such as seafood, roast lamb, and sweets like nougat and shortbread cookies. On Christmas Day, known as Navidad, many families continue to celebrate with more feasting and spending time together. While it's not as common for gifts to be exchanged on Christmas Day in Spain, as they are often exchanged on January 6th for Three Kings Day, some families still do exchange small gifts or tokens of appreciation. Since we still have some free time before our dinner date, let us tour the areas around the ferry terminal and the marina. Talking about Christmas in Spain, the December 28th is celebrated as the Day of the Holy Innocents, similar to April Fool's Day in other cultures. People play pranks and practical jokes on each other, often in good fun. And finally, January 6th, known as Three Kings Day or Epiphany, is a major holiday in Spain, especially for children. It commemorates the arrival of the three wise men bearing gifts for the baby Jesus. Families often attend parades, known as cabalgatas, or horseback riding, where the three kings throw candies to children. It's also the day when children receive gifts, similar to Christmas Day in other cultures. With over 2,000 years of history, the port of Denia has a great historical importance due to its strategic location, being the closest to the mainland to the Balearic Islands. As dusk fell, the Marina area was illuminated by the twinkling lights of boats moored in the harbor, creating a picturesque scene against the backdrop of the Mediterranean Sea. Ferry services surely operated on reduced schedules for Christmas Eve, as the area was quiet and empty. As we stood near the water's edge, we were greeted by the vast expanse of the Mediterranean Sea stretching out before us, and the sky transformed into a canvas of pastel colors, with shades of soft pinks, purples, and blues painting the horizon. Against the backdrop of the colorful sky, the silhouettes of boats and buildings took on a graceful and elegant appearance. The contrast between light and shadow created striking compositions, adding to the visual appeal of the waterfront. Everything felt so quiet and so peaceful. Yet everything was so beautiful. The newly established Marina El Portet Promenade is the focal point of leisure activities in Denia, boasting a vibrant array of amenities such as bars, restaurants, cafes, pubs, nightclubs, and nautical tourism enterprises. As the port of Denia expanded, it has emerged as a burgeoning nightlife hub within the city. During the summer months, it transforms into a hotspot with renowned nightclubs and discos that also provide stunning views of the city's waterfront. However, today, on Christmas Eve, it was all quiet and empty. One interesting fact is that in January 2024, Denia received its third consecutive award, during the Valencian Community Day, in the category of Best Tourist Destination. This award ceremony is organized by the Secretary of State for Tourism and the Spanish Federation of Municipalities and Provinces. Denia features several nice hotels, and this is one of them. Conveniently located right opposite the marina, and near the town center, this is probably one of the hotel we would recommend, if you want to visit the town on foot. And it was also situated right next to the restaurant where we were going to have our Christmas Eve dinner date. We had made the reservation for an early dinner, as we wanted to have more time to slowly enjoy our food. But before all, if you have enjoyed the content so far, why not subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell? By doing so, you'll stay updated with all the latest videos and won't miss out on any new uploads. Exploring the captivating sights and flavors of Denia has been an unforgettable journey. From its historic landmarks to its picturesque marinas, this charming coastal town has left us spellbound. And spellbound we were, as we stepped inside the Movida Denia restaurant, and were greeted by the warm glow of twinkling lights and the inviting aroma of holiday spices. The dining room was beautifully decorated with festive touches, sparkling ornaments, lush greenery, and flickering candles casting a soft, romantic glow. A crackling fireplace added to the cozy atmosphere, creating a sense of warmth and intimacy. The menu was a feast for the senses, featuring a tantalizing selection of seasonal dishes crafted with the finest ingredients. For us, the starters platter was the most iconic. It was followed by several other dishes, all served in elegant porcelain. As the evening unfolded, attentive waitstaff anticipated our every need, ensuring that the dining experience was nothing short of exceptional. Soft music filled the air, setting the perfect backdrop for a memorable evening of culinary indulgence. Surrounded by the warmth of good company and the glow of holiday cheer, we felt grateful for this magical Christmas Eve, where every moment is a celebration of the season's finest flavors and joys. Merry Christmas everyone, and see you in the next episode. We'll bring you to celebrate Christmas Day, somewhere very special.